Guys, congratulations. You survived sixth grade at ISM. I cannot be more proud of you guys. I wanted to spend a little time here kind of reviewing with your parents some information that will help you guys in the future. So please, I'm making this video for you and anyone that's looking over you guys, your parents. So please make sure if you need to pause this video to explain or translate what is happening, please do that. Okay, this is very important. This year in ELA, I made a very conscious decision to focus on writing at the start of the year. At the start of the year, we were starting online, and it was much easier to watch your growth with your writing than with your reading. Reading, you could turn your cameras off, you could lie and hide, and it was very hard for me to keep students accountable. So I made a very active decision to focus on writing, mostly from the start of the year. When February occurred with the military coup, I decided to double down with the writing because we were doing so well with it, and I wanted to kind of back off a little with the more difficult things. So again, I lean towards writing instead of reading. So the reason I'm making this video and explaining very clearly is that I believe that students really need some reading this summer to not only play catch up with the old skills that we didn't get to, but also kind of sharpen your skills for seventh grade. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is review some things and a reading list that I created. I wanted to make a video, maybe in a month or so, you're gonna wanna watch this and look at it again. I wanted to make sure it was a nice kind of explanation, okay? So in Google Classroom, if I share my screen here, okay, I have created a little place here in class information, Mr. Matt's study reading program. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do click the the ELA online resources is a short explanation video around two websites. The first website is here called Khan Academy. Khan Academy is an amazing educational instructor website. Okay, they will teach students, hey, here's a lesson and here's a really amazing video to help them with that lesson. So regardless of the topic, maybe it's like math, I really struggle with algebra 1, or science, I really don't like this, or ELA, maybe it's the commas and semicolons. You can create a free account, review the video explanations, and they'll have practice of things. The best part about this is that there's a parents tab where parents can create the account first and they can monitor their students' growth. Very similar to how I, as a teacher, would monitor your children. You can even do it here with parent access. So if you're looking at this video, I go into the website, I explain it, and I show the different parts. The second website I show in this video is News ELA. News ELA is an amazing reading source that focuses on nonfiction informational texts. Now, in a second, I'm going to review some novels we wanted to talk about. And personally, I don't have a preference which types of texts you read. However, I just want to make sure that you are reading. So if you're not interested in novels and you want something more information-based or something more factual, this website will give you lots of choices. It also has the ability for parents to create websites and track and see how it's going. So this is one place as well. But the main thing I want to talk about here is my summer reading list. So I created this list here, and real simply, I found about 60 something novels, all different genres and difficulties, to give students an insight or something to read. We have so many students with different interests, different curiosities, and the most important thing is that we get you guys to read. So what I want to say first of all is when I was a high school teacher, the best way to have students increase their reading grade level, sometimes I would have a 9th grader who needs to be a 12th grader. Reading 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, out loud will significantly boost your reading abilities and your stuff, okay? So for example, let's say when I see something and I read it, part of my brain is working. Okay, I understand what's going on. Now I need to speak it. I want to read out loud. A different part of the brain will work to speak, and you'll hear what you speak, and another part will listen. So by reading out loud, it is going to force you to use more different parts of your brain and focus more and be more active. Now, does that mean you need your family to speak English and understand what you're saying? No. You can truly read as quietly as, and then the dog went outside. Just something soft, if you don't want to be loud, to help activate the brain in that way. Okay, so it doesn't have to be certain things. You don't have to shout, but really reading 30 minutes a day out loud will do so much for your growth as readers. And this is something that I really couldn't focus on this year. So I want to make sure that you guys are getting this experience. Okay, so as I look back at my list, I kind of quickly explained, it doesn't matter if you want to read one of these novels or find your own novel or do my ELA website. It truly doesn't matter. I just want you reading ELA. And most importantly, these need to be text heavy readings. So try not to get readings with pictures. You need to be focusing on practicing painting a picture of what is happening in the story in your head. Can you look at the words and see what is going on? That's a really crucial point of what I want you guys activating mentally. So if there's pictures that is helping you understand, you're not reading so much as you're kind of watching a movie with subtitles, right? So I really want to make sure they're text heavy. So if I look through this list, first, I grouped everything by classic novels. Why is this important? Many, many, many classic novels are free online. I can go online to do The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn right here. So I should be able to go, because the book is so old, it is free PDF, something like this. Because it's so old, the copyright has left, and you can get so many copies of these free full novels, and that's why I wanted to make sure that the classic ones were separated from the other ones. See, I have a 303-page novel that took like 30 seconds. Like, here's the entire thing, okay? So that's why I broke it by classics, all right? As I look down here, some of these are really great. I did not order these by personal favorites. I did not order them by any kind of thing. So I would highly recommend read all the different stories, try to find one that's interesting for you, or maybe you have your own, okay? If I go down a little lower, I have my modern novels. Now these novels might not be online for free, but these novels are much more contemporary. So they'll talk about things like technology. They'll do things like racism, things that you won't see in classic novels. Classic novels is going to be your traditional love stories, a traditional adventure story. It's not going to really get into the more modern, interesting things. And some students are going to want the classics, and some students are going to say, hey, I want to be shocked. I want you to show me something crazy. Maybe I want to come down here to modern novels. And again, a lot of really, really good things. You'll find a lot more minority stories, narratives, whether if they're African or Asian. You know, a lot of the times in English literature, classic novels are white people from 200 years ago, and it's a very different perspective than the world today. So I really wanted to make sure that there was a lot of international novels here to kind of give students different perspectives and different things. I highly recommend just go through here, read them, and kind of get a feel for what you want to do. And so really that's everything I want to review. Students, this is by no means mandatory. This summer program stuff is by no means mandatory. This is if you're nervous or if you want a little jump start. For the most part, try to get 30 minutes, at minimum 30 minutes of reading a day. And then if you want to do some refresher on Khan Academy, if you want to watch some videos, maybe you're nervous about something, that would be a great help too. And always, students, if you have any questions at all, please reach out to me over the summer. I will have my email still connected to my phone. Hangouts are connected to my phone, so I will always be able to help you out. Maybe you would like, if you remember, guys, I have friends that are in the publishing business. So maybe it's like, wow, Mr. Matt, I really want to know if I can get a copy of George. Does your friend in the book company have a copy of George? And I'll reach out and try to get you a copy. I'm pretty good at that, okay? I do not want there to be an excuse of you not reading. So if there is a book here, maybe Ghost, and you can't pay for it, or maybe you can't find it for whatever reason, send me a message. Please send me a message, and I can try to get a PDF version of it. And again, I know we don't like PDFs. We're probably tired of looking at screens. So if you want to try to find the real paper version, please go for it. Maybe you can order it or find it, or I'll just send it to you. Just let me know what needed. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Again, such a great year teaching you guys. I know it was weird and challenging, but I am very fortunate for getting to know you guys and really having a beautiful year with you guys in our own special way. All right. Thank you so much. Adios, everyone. And I'll see you on the next time. Bye.